What's up, guys? Wade here. Oh man, I'm sorry. Sorry. I just got done playing Godzilla for PlayStation 4. Okay. I usually make a list of, positive things, negative things when it comes to reviewing games. I make a little list, what's positive, what's negative. And with this game, I actually found out that there's a lot more negative things than positive things. And by that I mean a lot of negative things and like zero positive things. I'm not trying to hate on Godzilla. I like Godzilla. I actually kind of enjoyed the newer Godzilla movie they made a couple years ago. I like Godzilla as a character. I love monster movies. Cloverfield, awesome. Pacific Rim, all those movies I love. I love the whole kaiju lore. I love all those monsters and stuff. But I don't know what they were thinking with this game. I mean, as I was playing it, I was sitting there laughing like, why? I don't get it. I just don't get it. What's funny is that this game actually, when it came out a few months ago, it actually cost $60, which is even more astonishing to me. So this is my review for Godzilla for PlayStation 4. The game visually looks like a mix between PS2 and PS3. I would say a fairly good-looking PS2 game and a really bad-looking PS3 game is what I would kind of put it at. Overall, the sound design is pretty bad. Very, very weak sounds. Especially Godzilla's roar. You would think that, playing as Godzilla, you'd want to have like a really, menacing roar, but unfortunately, when he roars, he sounds like an oversized cat or something. I don't even know how to explain it. So yeah, overall, the game doesn't look good at all. It looks terrible. To be a PS4 game, I was expecting a lot more. And it doesn't sound good either. Music's okay. Nothing to write home about. The game does offer a few different modes. There's the God of Destruction mode, which is essentially a story mode, if you want to call it that. There's not really much of a story here, and what story there isn't just not very good. So in God of Destruction mode, you basically just go through different levels, you travel through different areas, and essentially the end goal is to wipe out humanity. King of Kaiju mode, you basically just wipe out a bunch of enemies. It's like wave after wave after wave of enemies, so not much to that, but it is nice, I guess, that they put it in there. And you also have evolution mode, which is basically you go in there and the different monsters that you've unlocked, you basically just get to level them up, and there's like a little skill tree thing, but it's really not that well put together, well designed. Finally, you have versus mode, which is basically just online play. The game is inherently bad, so online play isn't really going to save it there. Another thing I noticed about this game is the trophies are way too easy to earn. Like, I played the game, like the first 5 minutes I earned like 3 trophies for basically just doing nothing. So I don't really understand that. The game is lacking content. All the modes that it includes are just not that great. And, from a visual perspective, from a gameplay perspective, it's just not that great of a game. It's pretty bad overall. I mean, the controls, very clunky, very weird control scheme. The camera's not that helpful either. There's really not that much to do in the game. You're just destroying buildings, fighting different kaiju. As you can see on the screen now, I'm fighting a Weedle. Hasn't evolved into Kakuna yet, but it's obviously a Weedle. He just hit string shot on me, as you can see. Still waiting for him to evolve so it can be somewhat of a challenge. It is pretty cool that they allow you to fight different Pokemon in this game. Whether it's Weedle, Caterpie, Butterfree, or Venomoth. There's several different Pokemon featured in this game, and I really appreciate that they threw that in there. All in all, Godzilla is a pretty terrible game. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Some of the enemies are kind of laughable and funny. I know they've existed in the Godzilla lore already, but I guess it's just the way they designed them here. Just kind of, some of the enemies are just kind of silly looking. And their movements are also kind of silly. Like, it doesn't really look natural. And I think that just is kind of a, factor of just the gameplay not being that well designed. And the physics not being that great either. So in the end, Godzilla, I love Godzilla as a character, love the movies, love all the kaiju lore, love all that stuff, all the sci-fi stuff. Okay, but Godzilla as a game, it's laughable that they would actually charge $60 for it. So I'm sorry for anyone who's actually purchased it and didn't know. This game's probably worth like $10 at the most. The game is boring. It doesn't look good. It doesn't play well. There's not much to do. It's lacking content. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's just not a good game at all. So overall, I would have to give Godzilla a 1 out of 5. So there you have it. I have no idea why this game was even made. I feel sorry for Godzilla as a character that he had to go through this. This is something that Godzilla is going to look back on in his lifetime after he's wiped out humanity, and he's going to say, why did I take that job? Why? Guys, thank you for joining me. Be sure to hit the subscribe button below. And also be sure to let us know what you think in the comments. Let everybody know your thoughts on Godzilla if you played it, if you haven't played it. If you haven't played it, I'm actually happy for you, and I wish I could be you right now, because playing it was actually kind of torturous. If you like my videos, be sure to tune in next time. Follow me on PSN, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. So until the next review, I will see you later.